Okay, so here are some items, rules and guidelines for orphanage and foster home directors, staff, volunteers, and social workers. All right, the main thing here is for the director, right? Because and then the director gonna also a guy who gonna be in charge of this and that part. Okay. And of course, everyone else needs to know about them, but some more according to the area they will be leading, such as the meetings for little ones or for older ones, things like that. And then they have to get the details on other videos. All right, number 1. For children that were abused sexually, mentally, or they were in an unsafe or unhealthy environment, those will be adopted for sure. And the first family as possible, already bring them home. The first most positive families. So they feel comfortable, feel welcoming, with people that already have very good backgrounds, that will be supportive for any of their needs. Okay, if they were not abused sexually, mentally, or in an unhealthy and unsafe environment, they can try to go to their aunt's house, uncle, grandparents, and people of their own family. The best as possible, of course. And if they go to their own family member, if they don't have parents alive anymore, for example, they will gonna follow all rules and guidelines for everyone else the same way. Okay? Number 2, the director gonna organize meetings with all students, all children, teens. Explain the basics about organization, objectives and organization work, what we do. Say a few words about the 2 weeks cleanup. Say a few words about the 28 weeks, volunteer weeks, to clean up and improve and fix and paint everything, have everything beautiful in all countries. And then for the young children, so the groups will be 1-year-old to 4 years old, because 1-year-old quite understand a few things. You're just gonna prepare to say according to their age, a few words for a 1-year-old, right? More words to older kids. Like 3 and 4 years old, you can talk more and so on. Then you have a group, so I'm gonna say the groups. A baby, right? Some babies do understand quite a few things. So from baby to 4 years old, 5 years old to 10, 10 to 14, 15 to 18, and a group with older siblings, 19, 21, to guide and talk to them as well. All right. For 15, for all these groups, they're going to watch the same videos as I already said on the other video. The information that they need is the education department, garden and agroforest department, the other videos I asked. For the 15 to 18 years old, you're gonna add that they can already have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, they can make love, they can go to a hotel, they have good grades at school, on Saturday or Sunday, okay? And with the older siblings, of course, the same way. The rest for everybody is the same. You're just gonna talk less or more according to their age, okay? So the videos that they have to watch are the dress code. That's a very important one. And you're going to already say the updates, things that already know that's not there, such as cargo pants and details like that. So the orphanage videos, there are 4 of them, that's the second I'm going to post. And then comes the family department, that's the department number 2. Not about the business, just about the family's rules and guidelines. And of course, according to their age. They have to wash dishes, clean their house, help with laundry, and have good grades, all details. With the older ones, 14 years older and above, you're going to also say that they're in charge for their own practices. That's very important. Okay? I think it's 12 years old and older. They're in charge. Yeah, 12, not 14, sorry. 12 years old and older, they're in charge of their own practices. If they hurt someone for real, things like that. Not their parents anymore. Their parents are in charge of them, but if they respect, if they are home, okay? All these things. And then they have also the video about the 28 weeks, a very short video with the map, the video with the map. And they have the Department 5, Agroforestry. And they can also watch about the Department of Education, according to their age. So, for the little ones, 5 to 10 years old, they don't have to listen to any video. The teacher, the social worker, whichever volunteer you got, going to be the one explaining, listening to the video before, ahead of time, and then during the meeting, going to only tell them according to their age, what's most appropriate, right? Okay, from these videos, the best I found for us to control are those teachers. I'm going to say teachers because they're going to be leading their group for those meetings, are to get a piece of paper and write down all items. For example, the Department 5 of Agroforestry, Department 2 of Family, and the Department of Education. So they're going to put all the titles, right? So that title, let's say a specific title, do the laundry, for example. Gonna be one sentence or many sentences or many details as they grow up, okay? For the Department 5, Garden Work and Agroforestry, the same way. All the leader of the group, the meeting, gonna have all details when the person is listening to the videos. And when they are talking to the department, because the leader is going to focus on subjects, or they're going to focus on their age group. The director can decide the detail depending on how many people they have to help and so on. Okay? So, for example, they're talking about tree planting. So for the little kids, right, they're just going to say a few words. Oh, we're going to plant big seeds, not little seeds, for this group, 1 to 4 years old. Now, 4 to 5 to 10 years old, they're going to say more. You're going to tell them over and over, not only during the meeting, but on following days as well, that's mandatory to follow all rules and guidelines. Okay? So you're going to do check marks, for each of those videos. Check marks and write the title and do check marks by age group or by subject, depending how they will be rotating to offer all these meetings to them, the subjects. Okay? All right. So the older ones can listen together and make their own notes. The teacher gonna have the paper, the check-up points to give to the director that all those points were covered during the meeting. But for 10 years old and above, they're gonna make their own notes as well. You can give them a piece of paper. What's the title? The title is one video, and then another title, another video. And after each title, I think a good base is 10 items from each, just for them to write something, not too much, not needed. The main thing is to talk afterwards. but they write it down for them to have their notes as well. Until they move, they bring their notes with them, for them to be checking, be remembering. All right. This meeting have two parts. One is the explanatory part. So, and then another meeting that is talking, explain and talk, explain and talk. So 2 times a week, because that's important. In one time, maybe they didn't get all the details, or, So both meetings, the teacher, the person that's guiding each video, gonna check all the items 2 times. So explanation, talk, and again explanation and talk. So we are sure they know before they go to their houses. So they're already going to be polite, respectful, don't say bad words, sleep on time, get up on time, take shower, help with the dishes, simple things like that. It's important for them to already know everything. Okay. A good time, if they're having school, is to have this meeting 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. or 7 to 8. Okay, and then do the prayer and they're already go to sleep because they had dinner before. So they can have the meeting before or after dinner. It also depends what time they're coming from school. And if who comes first from school can already have their meeting, such as the little ones or the director, going to decide. So it's 1 hour meeting for everyone that is 5 years old and above. Why is that? Because the ones 1 year old to 4 years old, you're going to see, right? The 1 year old, you're going to just say a few words and done, right? 5 minutes, maybe, right? Meeting. At the 4 years old, you can talk a bit more. You can talk for 20 minutes easily, right? And even make games. Oh, now let's pretend we're in a new house washing dishes. Come on. Who gonna put the dishes away? Because 4 years old really don't wash, but they can put the dishes away. Now, let's pretend we're ready at the new house. Who gonna water the plants? And then they go and pretend. You can make like in a game way. 5 to 10 years old, you can pretend, make some games as well, right? Pretending games for them to practice. The main objective is for them to practice. Okay? Now, you're going to tell everyone that's shy that they have to talk. It's mandatory for them to talk. And be communicative. Be willing to answer and say, and answer complete sentences. Very important. The other thing that's mandatory is to be adopted. That the orphanage is going to be really closed. So, for them to be really enthusiastic, the first family that wants them to go home. Okay? And you're also going to say that after that as soon as the families start sending the pictures of their houses and mini videos, you can show them, look, this family wants you, but wants another kid as well that I'm not telling you, but maybe gonna be your parents. So you prepare every child carefully with the little ones on both ways. Maybe gonna be you. So you think you're ready? Let's see. Or if that child got 2 families looking for them. So you think you prefer this or that. All right. But let's pray and God going to decide. God going to tell us, okay? So you prepare them both ways. Because everybody going to be adopted anyway. So for them to don't be upset if they want one parent and another one adopts them. Because they have to learn how to be strong. We have to teach them and guide them how to be strong. And believe in God that the family that's going to make them most happy is the real one. On this day or on the other day. For teens, for example, with the elders. Okay? All right. So, number 3. Every elementary and middle school students will already practice all organization rules and guidelines and sleep at 8 o'clock. Everyone, preschool too. So sleep at 8 o'clock, have to wash dishes, clean, sweep, mop, because some I really don't know if all the orphanages and foster homes are having cleaning people or not to help them out. So they're going to start doing the things without help the best as possible. Teens going to be cooking. Older children going to start doing the salads. So they're going to start there. It's important because they're going to practice the most as possible already at the orphanages and foster home. Okay, number 4. Have all clean and organized. The whole site. Really clean and organized. So for the bathroom, for the kitchen, tiles, the grouting on tiles, scrub, and in a fun way. Hey, let's see who's gonna do this, who's gonna do that, and make sure they rotate. They do different things so they can practice the most as possible for each orphanage. And also depends on how they receive the notice and how much time they have to have so much accomplished, because the days are coming soon. On number 4 is also talk about their clothes and the separation of bed linen, towels, so they're gonna have an idea already, because I believe that some already have definition. This is for the little kids, the older kids, and some clothes maybe they go wash all together and pile them up all together and just separate by age. So every orphanage have different ways of doing. Depends how much they have, because some might have only 20 kids, some might have 1,000 kids. So I'm just giving some ideas of the situation, because some are foster homes, right? Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're not. So number 4, to already separate and also already make simple signs in regular printing size papers. So when the family is going to come, the families that need more, they can say, free to take on Sunday. So the families that are going to be visiting already know that they don't have to buy so many. They can bring one or another home. On Sunday, right? That the kids are not going to sleep anymore. So you're going to have everything clean, everything organized, and you also, as a director, need make a list of items the parents can do. So number 5, talk to a child and teen as parents apply online. Oh, I already said that. And when they said they tell the age, boy or a girl, so the videos they send, the pictures, so you're going to be showing them, right? I already said a few words about that up there. So they have an idea and being enthusiastic, but also strong. Enthusiastic, but also strong in case it doesn't work with that first family. Okay? You're already going to avoid everything that's not healthy. So, for example, sugar for sure. And processed food, you're not purchasing more, but we are not throwing food away. They were used to eat that food because we are not throwing food away. It was thousands, millions of people without food. You're not throwing food away. So try to use and just don't purchase anymore. White sugar or brown sugar, white rice, red meat, fish from far away, or anything, seeds, nuts from far away. So you just stop, using them and start buying more local, because you're not really planting gardens if that place is not going to be used for a school or an adult education. If will be used, if you have land, because every place is different. Some places don't have even much garden, they have more cemented areas. And so you're going to see, talk to the owners if that land belongs to the government or that land belongs to a private owner and you pay rent, the government pay rent for that. What is that land? Try to figure out what that land going to be. So if going to be a school adult education or a business that will offer food to their staff, great, go ahead and start organic gardens according to our rules and guidelines the best as possible. Okay? So they're going to be really enthusiastic, and do not purchase anymore. Cancel all contracts, okay, with food companies, and start making most salads as possible. As soon as on the weekends, for example, you already can offer 4 salads with their meals. So if you had more than that, try to start focusing. Only the little ones up to 4th grade can have 5 meals a day, because in the morning they have the breakfast and then they have food again about 9 o'clock. Okay? The breakfast they're going to have on their future homes, and right now with you, and at the school they have 1 more meal. Older ones have only 1 breakfast, not 2. Okay? 5th grade and older. All right. So, number 6, you need to have the application form updated according to the organization item. So the application already used, you're going to use that for now. Until we have the organization, we'll offer you a template. But while the parents are already adopting, use the one you have. You just make the update. So depends on how is the people that are working there, and to be efficient because the days are coming soon. So if you have teams that can help, go ahead and already type everything in a better version with all the items as possible. For the parents, this is the application form for the parents, and you also need an application form for the volunteers, the social assistant visiting homes. So you need 2 application forms, okay? And put most details as possible, because that's very important. You're going to keep for now until the day you close, and then you're going to bring the last day, you're going to bring everything, not the last day, but as soon as the city office opens, you're going to bring all those documents. The other thing that you have to figure out, it's where you're going to keep those documents, you, the director, or the director of the orphanage or the foster home, where you're going to keep them really, really safe until the organization launching day. Okay, because you're just going to bring to the city office after the organization launching day. So you're going to be talking to your present boss, that it belongs to the government, for example, or belongs to the non-profit organization right now, where you're going to keep them. And they are going to decide with you the best location, okay? Because every country has many different ways of security, right? And organizations too. So where you're going to keep? Because the organizations, non-profit organizations, also going to close, but they're also still offering money for you to still buying food and cleaning soap, detergent for clothes and things like that. So you have to be talking to them all these details, where the application form will be, an estimate of money that you still need for food and things like that. And okay, so you really organize the day you close, and also until you bring everything to the city offices. Those forms, the application forms for the social assistant couple and also for the parents, adopting parents, needs to be printed. You can have them online, but also need to be printed. Why? Because some people already don't have printers at home because they already cleaned them up or never had before. So they can stop by and pick them up. And you're going to send to everyone that applies, send to their emails or have available online at your website, a place they can click and print them. Okay? And some at your own site. If the parents live close by, they can go and pick them up. On your website, you're going to say how many total children. Okay, as I said, first focus on the smaller ones and the ones that have siblings, little and older ones, such as teenagers. Focus on that on a website first, because when the young couples come, for all the little ones to start living soon as possible, because the teens will be easier for the elders on the other 2 days, 2 fun days, for the elders to adopt them. Okay, but we cannot give babies to elders. That will be too hard, right? It will be too many years and too much work. Unless they really want, that's fine. But so the most as possible for us to do that. So if you have 400 kids, if you put too many online, it's even hard for parents to decide. So start with the little ones that have older siblings, and have groups, right? Put a title and then 100 pictures. Another title, 100 pictures, like children 8 years old and above, and then another title, and teens, another title. You make these 4 groups of titles, okay? And start, as I said, with the little ones that have siblings, for them to go faster. Because the young couples gonna adopt until they're 60 or 65, they're gonna adopt 8 for sure, the best as possible. And elders, maybe they're gonna adopt only 4, okay? 4 teens, depending how much is available and how much are there willing to adopt. Hire all volunteers, not hire, but get all volunteers needed, couples, to be the social assistant. So you have to make sure all neighborhoods that your city are located is on a list. For example, if you have a small city, you can go ahead and have sign-ups online or on paper, or both, because they can also come and do it right there at your own location. All right, those sign-ups, you have to have all the requirements: local background check for the social workers, 2, 4, or 8 couples, 6 or 8 couples, because some communities have 500 families, 500 apartments, some are quite small. So you have to have an idea of how many you think they're needed. And then you're going to contact the office of that community. Say, look, please send me more. I need more social workers from your community. Your community is too big. Or you're going to call the community and ask. Put the teenagers to help you. All these phone calls, how many families you have there, how many are young couples, and how many are 65 and above. So you have an idea of how many you're going to work with each of these communities. Okay? Some cities are huge, so you have to see how many you have and how many you can add to this list and put online. Put the kids to work. For São Paulo, for example, have millions of people, right? New York. Okay, so you're gonna organize, put the teens to help you. Okay, online, you're going to put all residential communities belongs to your city. Okay, to your city. All of them, the kid's gonna help you. Online. All right? And then, but might come people from other cities. For example, cities that are in rural areas, that don't even have an orphanage or a foster home, because some neighborhoods are quite quiet, right? So you might have people from other cities to come to you. So, and then at the end of all those, the name of these residential communities, put other and a place for them to write where they're coming from, the city and the residential community. Okay? And then on paper, you're gonna just have the ones the parents gonna start arriving, that probably gonna be the ones closer as possible. From the social assistant couple that's gonna be visiting homes, you're gonna make sure you have enough for them to check all the houses on the days that are left until these 2 first days. So how many days you have? You have a whole week, or you have just 2 days? So you have to work most efficient as possible to hire them. As soon as they are from their own community, that's fine. And as soon as they just did the move, of course, because so they know a little bit about the neighbors. So let's say they have to live there for at least 2 months and be communicative, not someone that was inside the house all the time. But I think 2 months I think is good, right? If they're there at least 2 months, have good background, so people, trust them that they're going to be on their house. That's another thing. Okay, so you're going to give this guidance to the office manager or the person in charge. They're going to give this information from that community, board member or someone. It's someone that the residents trust. It's someone that's communicated. Okay. Or you don't have much elders, or you have only elders, because some communities, they still exchanging. Like United States, in Florida, there are many communities just for elders, 55 plus. Not elders, but 55 plus is not so young, like 20 years old, right? Couples that are on their 20s. Okay, so you're sure you have every couple you need according to an estimate. Okay, perfect. And you can even ask for 1 or 2 more couples just in case, so nobody's going to be stressed, because the idea is for them to stay on each house for about 20 minutes, but might take 40, who knows, right? We ask the best as possible, but it's better for both sides to feel secure, because the social assistant couple need to be secure because they're in charge as well on the success of that adoption. And the parents need to be secure on what are the rules, the guidelines, or if they have extra question, or if you have to guide them on something else to improve on the house. They also have to study about all the videos. The parents also have to study about all the videos. So you have to meet them before they start these visits. Make sure they talk well, they're communicative, they know what they're doing. You have to interview them, right? So while the team's gonna be working on the information database and matching things, information, copying, setting up your website if you don't have, the people that already work for you, the adults that already work for you and you trust, gonna be checking them up, interviewing them, because you cannot interview 50, 100 people, maybe 200 people, couples, right? So put the adults that already work for you, even the person that works in a kitchen, or people friends that you really trust, that you already know, or teachers from the school your kids go to. So invite them to help, so you can have all these couples interviewed. So you need to have interviews with this social assistant. You need to train them really well, and you don't have much time. And but they have the videos, so you're gonna ask things about their interview, about their lives, about their background. Make sure those people that are interviewing have good background check. not only on paper but on practices. They speak well, they don't say bad words, they don't say slams, they don't curse just because, because some people curse not even because they're mad, but just because of their way of speaking. So make sure they're polite, respectful, they're well dressed, all these things. Very important to check all these details. Ask about their health, for them to ask the health of the couple that are adopting them. Train them really well, okay? So let's say about 20 minutes interview. It's a good time for each social assistant. So you're going to have adults from your own center, own orphanage, and teachers nearby that already teach your kids to interview those social assistant couples. Okay? All right. When you're really confident, then you hire them, let's say. You approve their paperwork. Make them sign that they agree that all the sentence, it's true. I don't know how to say, they are really making a commitment with you. Make a big lunch for them if it's appropriate, or dinner, early dinner, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, for all those couples. Make sure you go over the main things again. Make sure you go over some details for them to be discreet, because some things you're gonna those couples, the social assistant couples, gonna be visiting homes. They're gonna ask the couple without kids nearby, and some can be in front of the kids. They're fine. For example, if they lock their bedroom at night, if they're already doing that, if they have a lock on their bedroom so the kids and teens won't watch them making sex, love, right? If the teens and children doors do not have a lock, those are important safety items, okay? What else? If their dress code's already changed, no ripped clothes, no tiny shorts in front of kids or outside, unless they're really at the pool or really at the beach or river. So you're gonna check, you're gonna really be good. Okay, do 2 dinners or 2 lunches if you think is appropriate. Meet them twice after the adults approve them. So as the adults start approving, start having these meetings that you can meet many couples at once. If you have a place to have them inside, or if outside is fine, the weather is good, it's not rain, it's not really cold. So you get organized the best as possible. If there are too many, because some orphanages I know from big cities, they're huge. So you're gonna get someone else to do exactly as you, the director, are doing. For example, teachers that are already teaching these older students, such as elementary and middle school, if they have a university degree, or if you really, really trust them, okay? So you're gonna hire them. Hire is just a term, everybody's gonna be volunteer. But you're gonna call them to do exactly what you're doing. So for example, because it's good also to share, for them, other people to be empowered as well and learn and practice, right? Okay, so for example, if you do the lunch 11 to 12, someone else gonna do the lunch 1 to 2 o'clock to other people. If you do the dinner for many couples from 4 to 5, someone else gonna do the dinner from 5 to 6, or even 6 to 7, because they're supposed to be elders and don't have kids at home, right? So you leave this late dinner 6 to 7 for elders, because maybe they're working during the day or volunteering something else, okay? All right. This is very important. Okay. So the other detail is that you need volunteers, these social assistant couples, and also people that are adults to interview them. The elders that are coming, right? And then they're going to change position because maybe some elders were exactly social assistant, but now they're going to be adopting kids. But you have to do the same process with them, need to interview them and so on, right? Okay. Every parent gonna be interviewed at home, even the elders. So, and now you need what? You need maybe some younger couples or elders visiting elders. You're gonna decide. Depends how many kids are left or teens are left. Okay? How are you gonna do that? Because I guess the best would be the elders that are already trained gonna be visiting each other, right? Okay, for this second time of these 2 special days. Okay, elders visit and interview each other at their own homes to approve the house and the couple. Okay, so number 8. All right. So you have the siblings to take pictures, information together to put on a website. So you're going to have a few sentences, a few lines about each child of each family. So families go be adopted first. The first as possible, families. Siblings go first. Okay? Not families, that's not the right way to say. Okay. So you're going to have a few words about each child, and on the top, after the title of that group of kids, you're going to say a few words. This is a family of 5 kids and 2 teens, for example, 2 kids and 2 teens. So you're going to say a few words. They are from this county, and they do have history of, you have to be honest, of sexual abuse, or they do have history of mental abuse, because sometimes mental abuse is much worse than physical abuse, for example. They were hit a lot. Why? So they want parents that are not living in another county, they cannot adopt that family, because children that were really abused physically, mentally, or sexually have to live in another county, so the parents won't never meet them the best as possible. Okay? All right. If you have a family from another state, send that siblings. Okay? Because the least as possible for old parents to meet them. Okay? All right. And or to a faraway county, if they have any of this history of abuse of any type. All right, so if they have 19 to 20-year-old older sibling, bring them to take a picture. So you're gonna have one picture, everyone together, so they see their height, have an idea of their height. And we're going to also have individual pictures of a half body, it's enough. On the picture with everyone, all siblings together, even those young adults, 19 to 21, going to be a whole body, foot to head. Okay, with a good background, maybe a garden or something. Or in front of your location, I think that would be the best, with the name on the back. Yeah. Sorry, forget the garden, no garden. The main thing is for good records. So take all pictures that with the siblings, with the whole body, with the sign on the back. Can be your big sign or a small sign that you already have. Okay? If you don't have, it's not convenient, it's too tall, won't work for a good picture, You can just make a poster board and, write the name of your orphanage. The main thing is for keep records of their picture with the name on the back. All right? Okay. The individual pictures, then doesn't matter, right? Because it's just a half body for them to see their face well. All right? If they use glasses, take picture already with their glasses and so on. Make sure everyone already have dress code, proper sleeves, not without sleeves. So things like that. No shredded pants, and because some pictures you might have on record, old pictures you can use if they are not too old, that's fine. But needs to be on proper dress code. Okay? All right. You're also going to print those pictures and add to each family or individual, if they're by themselves, little package, right? The folder for each one, because when you give everything to the city office, you need a picture of each of these kids. So if it's a group of siblings, go together. If it's an individual by itself, it also have a folder. Each one with what? With everything. The paper of the interview, the paper they sign, local background check, the email, all the information the parents are sending by email, you're going to print them all and get the kids teens to help. Everything, you're going to make a checklist in order, everything. The day they visit, the social assistant visit, the approval letter, you have to make the approval letter if you don't have one, with at least 20 items. What's the approval letter? Hygiene, security, bedroom, cameras installed, and all these things. Okay? At least 5 cameras installed. What are they? Kitchen, living room, the kid bedroom. If they have 2 bedrooms, it's going to be 2 bedrooms. The hallway and outside the front door. So at least 5 cameras. The others we're going to put after. With at least 5 cameras. And if they have 2 bedrooms, it's going to be 6 cameras. Okay? All right. So on this folder, make sure everything is written really neat and clearly. Get the best teen with the best handwriting. And that kid gonna make the folder for everyone. If you have 20 or if you have 1,000 kids, everyone need a folder. The folder gonna be in paper, cardboard, the a little hard board like watercolor folder. So you can purchase many and one for each family, group of siblings or individual. So on the front gonna be the name of your orphanage. Okay, so that's the first item. The second gonna be the name of the siblings. All right, because you're not putting last name. They're gonna have a new last name after, but the name, the first name, all their names there, one after another, and between parentheses gonna be their age. Okay. So number 1 gonna be the name, orphanage name. Okay? Director name, your name right there. The number 2. The number 3, name of siblings. Name, age between parents. Name, age between parents. All of them. All in the same line, written small so it can fit. On number 1, after the orphanage name, gonna be the orphanage address. Okay? And after director, right, colon, gonna be your complete name, first and last. If you have many names, like some countries have 4 or 5 names, no, just first and last. Okay? And your ID number or your government number or some kind of information that you are a staff member from the government or from the entity that support your church, organization, whatever it is. I forgot something. After the organization, after the orphanage name and the orphanage address, gonna be the orphanage license, because you need to have a license, right, from the government, local government, as there it is right now. If you are a family foster home, or if you are like some countries have like people that adopt 20 or 30, 40 kids, they're just going to have 8 right now to be sustained, going to share. They're not going to keep those huge families anymore. So if you are a parent like that, remember you have to do all this. If any of you listening to this video right now and knows any parents, because in Brazil I heard, a woman that adopt many along the years, don't know even how many. You please call them, they have to do all this. If they do not have a license because they were not a proper place that keeps adopting and readopting, they adopt themselves, they don't put the license, but all the paperwork going to be done the same way. Please contact them so they can also watch those videos and do exactly the same and have help also, right? Thank you. On the days that you have the parents there visiting, the few days before and also during these 2 fun days, because parents can come before, that's fine. If they want to look the child, it depends on your rules and guidance, that's with you. Or if you rather have everyone only at the 2 fun days, the fun days they have to come anyways. No one gonna adopt kids on a week before these 2 fun days, make no sense. 10 days before. They just wait for the fun days, right? So we are doing things together. But if you have a family that already did everything and are ready to adopt, already decide, okay, go ahead and do in your old way, that's fine. But everyone that's new and didn't, it's in the beginning of the application form, didn't have the visitation at home, the house visitation yet, so you're gonna bring them to this new group, our group, if our organization work, okay? All right. Okay. For the children, teens that were abused sexually, mentally, or physically, on the folder on the top left, you're going to say abused and don't have to say which one. If there are 2 or 4 siblings, don't have to say which one. Just put abused. So the social assistant will know who they're talking about, and you too, of course, everyone gonna have those families first. And first couple that come from a faraway county or from another state, that they were gonna go, okay? But don't keep them to your own county or to the neighbor county, because remember, neighbor county is gonna visit each other on weekends, vacation days, so they will never see their parents again or the person that hurt them. Okay, so this is very important. All the abused kids that have this special folder gonna be separate from the regular ones. So who is available? Oh, a parent from another county. Okay, give them a call. Say, look, you're looking for this child over here. You select online for this child over here. But, we have this other kid or another sibling, family, that one of them were abused. Can you take them? Can you think about? Okay? And have other adults of these cases. Teens are not going to call anyone, of course. Get other adults, workers, proper workers or volunteers that you trust are working for you, to make those phone calls. So they have a separate file cabinet, file drawer with those extra folders of children that were abused. Okay, so you're gonna write on the top left, abused, done. Okay, and don't have to say what was the abuse. Okay. All right. If the new parents ask for them to be more prepared, that's fine. If they don't ask, that's fine too. Because if they really apply our rules and guidelines, and those kids are going to awesome schools, and awesome homes that we're all gonna be, so everyone gonna be healed, and thanks God, everyone gonna be really happy and healthy in life. Okay. The other thing is by there on the where you write the kid's name on a folder, so you put the age between parentheses. But before that you write their birthday, so we know which child you're talking about. So name, birthday, and between parentheses their age. Name, birthday, between parentheses their age. Okay? All right. So for everyone that were abused, they're just gonna have a new folder because they have to change their names. So their parents will never find them. And when they grow up, they will never look for their parents as well. They have to change their names. But we don't know yet when would be the right time, on this transition time. So I think the best would be as soon as the city offices are open. They go register, done. And from that moment on, and needs to be before they start the new school. So they go to school already with their new name and their new paperwork, right? Their new birth certificate, let's say, because they're going to have everything new. To be safe for the future in all these different ways, so it never reach the back. Or the old parents trying to find them. Okay, so now I'm going to repeat the title number 7. So, orphanage name, orphanage license number, orphanage address, and orphanage maintenance site, government or organization. Okay? All right. Then the director, that's you. First, last name, your number if you have one, your telephone number. Oh, I forgot. The orphanage also needs telephone number. Your telephone number, and that's it. No address. Yeah, no address. Because nobody gonna be looking for anything behind. So not your address or anything else. The phone number is just as someone has that folder, just for something needed right there. On the top left, only if the child or more than one sibling were abused. And number 4, that's the last item, new parents' name, first and last name, and their telephone, just in case one or another needs. Okay? So this folder, everything that you have that you're giving to the city office, the parent needs a copy of it. Okay? Need a copy. Because some going to be original for both and some going to be copy for both. So they have all the information about the child they're getting. That mostly will be their paperwork and so on. And you're going to take out afterwards, but going to be the name of the social system, because that social system going to make maybe one more visit and that's it. After that will be just cameras. So these elders, the social system couples from each community, going to visit the adopting parents 2 times, before the adoption and after. Just one more time, that's it. Just these 2 times. After that, going to be just camera monitoring. Okay? Awesome. Now we are going for number 8. The number 8, I say a few words, going to be the pictures, right? So the title, the family of 2, family of 4, or child by itself, okay? The whole body, a few 2 or 4 sentences about that family or that child, and then just the picture and details, what the child like to do, or a little something just for parents, adopting parents, when they look online, to have an idea. Try to focus on practices that we value, of course, but if there are none, what can we do, right? So the child like to play outside or like to sing, but some, what we can do, some really did was video games, and that's what they liked to do before, we have to be honest. But if they have good qualities according to the organization objectives, already put them. So let's try to focus on 4 things they like, and I think, and some information about the child. Like grade, age, grade, they're studying, and what they like to help at the orphanage or foster home, that might be good, because some like to help, some don't. I don't know, each orphanage might have different rules, and they ask for help, and some maybe not. They spend more time at school. That's it. Number 9. The director and all volunteer staff, including the social assistant couple, need to watch all videos online. The ones for the orphanage and also the other ones for them to have an idea. So let's say the most important ones that are already long is the orphanages, right? And all the other ones that we are asking the parents and the older kids to watch as well. Those are the family department, garden department, the basic one. What else we ask? The dress code and 28 weeks, volunteer weeks. The one with the map, right? Uniting countries. I think those are the two fun map videos. And that's it, right? The department 2, pay attention, is just the part about the families, not the part about business owners. Oh, and one more, the Department of Education, forgot. For them to have an idea how is our education. So when they go to a new school, they're already going to know that things are going to be different. They have to be respectful, polite. And for every video, you're going to be watching with other adults that's going to be helping you. And you're going to see if some topic depends on their age, it's not needed to be said. Okay, but for all the others, the people leading the meeting are going to do a check mark. Number 10. So you're going to call the property owner, if it's the government or if it's a private party or if it's the organization, the non-profit organization that maintains you, whoever it is, the owners or board members, right? And already have an idea, ask if they already know what that place will be. It will be an adult education with garden, without garden. Adult education with a garden, sorry. Gonna be a business with garden or without garden. Gonna be a school. What that place gonna be? A preschool. If they already have an idea, so you can already work towards that and have everything clean and neat and organized for these 2 very special events. These 2 very special days are party days. That's how you're going to talk to the children. Okay? And for the parents that already start the application, they're very welcome to wait as well and come. If the last paperwork was not already signed, and then they decide, the ones that did the application and everything, and you're going to talk to them and make the decision. What will be better? According to the age as well, because if it's a baby, infant, it makes no sense to wait for this big party, right? Already bring the baby home in a safe environment. So you're already going to cancel all contracts you have. If you have landscape contract, food delivery, all these contracts you're already going to cancel. Clothes, shoes, anything else. And if it's the government or an organization, agency, how much money more you need to complete everything. Okay, now we have the last item, number 11. Make a written plan for the things that the adopting parents gonna be doing on these 2 days. Okay, so do you really need someone to cut their hair, or everyone is already have their hair cut? So you're gonna see what's the most appropriate, because if you have 20 kids under your care or 1,000, you have to act as soon as possible and get everyone with their hair cut before the party days, right? Otherwise it's going to be impossible to do it. So you have to see. Everyone already took their plastic nails out, color off. If they paint their hair, they have to cut short until no hair showing. Paint that doesn't match the color. If it's the own color, that's okay. Nail polish, long nails, even that they're themselves. All these things, if you have many kids, already get it done. Get volunteers, get all these things done before the party days. So on the party days, you're going to focus on the games, prepare the food, offer the food, and practice the songs. Simple songs. I'm going to tell you how that works right now. Okay? All right. So they're gonna focus on the kids and not on doing things for the orphanage. For example, cleaning, painting. The painting can be done afterwards, but cleaning, everything needs to be really clean, because you're not going to stay there, you're not coming back. You're gonna leave the last day after the elders, the 2 days for the elders. When they come to adopt the last kids, you're gonna close with a special early dinner with the staff, and the staff also go home. If the staff are adopting, they go home on that same day. So it will be the last families, the last 5 families, let's say, with you, the director, and the most 4 important staff members, because hopefully all of you are going to be adopting too, so we don't have anyone and everybody happy, right? Because it makes sense, for everyone that's young, as I said, to have kids at home, kids and teens. So everyone gonna leave. So you can have something short right there after, and those 5 families live together at the same time, but everyone else, as soon as they see the presentation, the family presentation, sing a little song or something, they already go home. But for the very, very last, gonna be you and 4 and the 4 staff members of your trust, most trust. So you and the 4 most trusted staff, and of course everyone's spouses, if you already have, gonna be the very last to live together at the end. So you're gonna check all the property, make sure the windows, all the gates, everything's closed, right? All the clothes were sent home, all the linen was sent home, everything else, then you live together, okay? You and 4 more makes 5. I think that's really good. Okay, one detail I didn't say. On the second day of this fun day, right, and the elders are coming, so you're really closing the orphanage and foster home on that day. It will be the real last day. The last kids, everyone already got their parents, everything's ready. Okay, you're going to make sure you don't have anything anymore. So you already organized who's going to be bringing the pens to a thrift store, or if some parents from the neighborhood need those pens, or those blankets that you have, or those sheets or pillowcases. The ones that are really bad, they're going to be cleaning towels. For example, small towels can be cut, that's fine. You can send them to recycle center, right? According to their condition, or to the thrift store. Good ones you can send to the families because they can use along the years, right? You don't need to bring the thrift store for someone to buy. Okay, so all the extra sheets and towels and clothes and kitchen pots, kitchen items that are approved, of course, already send the most as possible. Leave the least, the very least, just for the very the other kids are gonna be adopted by the elders. All right. Everything with electric cords, table lamps, floor fans, toasters, and everything else already sent to recycle center. Because on the last day you get the documents, close the door, done. You know, you're gonna give the key to the person in charge. They're gonna just come and paint, right? I think that will be the most sustainable. Right? Because it's not worth it to paint with kids walking around. Or if it's just teens, maybe you can paint that week with the teens. Then it's okay, you know, because it'll be their gratitude, their work. You know, if they have, if you have time. So, but if they're gonna have garden, I rather have those teens work in a garden instead of painting. Leave the painting for afterwards, for the painting adults to come, or the kids are at school. But if you do not have a garden for them to work on this last week, so then it's okay. They can fix, they can patch, right? The little holes from nails. All the paintings and pictures and frames and you already can send TVs, radios, leave the list for that last week. Okay? Awesome. So, all right. So you got the last day. All the main families left. It's just you and these 4 other workers, main workers, and your spouses, right? Or not. Depends. If you didn't get married yet, that's fine. You're going to get together in the main room. You choose a room or a garden, if you have a garden. And you're going to do a prayer, a very special prayer from your heart. You're the director of that place, and you work really hard with many kids, volunteers, people of all types helping, even donors that you never met. Okay. So what you're going to do? You're going to do these special prayers. Outside is better, even without a garden, outside is better. So you're going to say special words in gratitude to the place. If you have trees, be thankful to the trees. Be thankful to the air we breathe, to the sun, to the oxygen we breathe, to people that help. You know, if you want to say names, you can say names. It's a prayer for yourself. Say a prayer. Be grateful to God, that's our superior force. Be grateful to nature that gives us life, give this planet Earth with God, right? Be thankful to yourself. You did it. You made it. And we're going to be really happy and with this special day and renew life, because that's something I want to do for a long time, and it's going to be a gift for you for sure, and for me too, to have this day. Where all of us going to have a house, all of us going to have a proper family, all of us going to renew life with gardens, organic food, and clean lands, right? With sacred waters and sacred lands.
And it's a very happy moment for all of us. So we can launch our organization with Families United, right? And orphanages closed and forever, and nursing homes closed forever, and hospice closed forever, and all these other places I said, hospitals closed forever, right? So it's a special prayer, a special moment to be thankful to all this effort and for thousands of people helping, thousands and thousands that you cannot even imagine how many, from people that donate money to your own kids and people that are helping this organization to succeed. Millions of people, right? And then afterwards gonna be all of us, right? Billions of people helping this work, families of having families united. All right? And gonna be really beautiful, really special. Paradise on earth. With beautiful gardens and happy, respectful, polite, and enthusiastic families. Everyone living with dignity, learning how to share, learning how to enjoy life. Gonna be a real gift. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all your effort of every day for all these years, all this time you have been a director, and for everyone that's working with you, and the social assistant teams and other adults you trust to help you with these last few weeks and last few days. So it's a work of hands united, right? All of us working united, and this is really beautiful. Thank you so much. If any couple comes afterwards, young couple comes afterwards, they didn't adopt yet, that's fine, because maybe they move from one country to another, and they can adopt also on that weekend for the elders. That let's plan about 10 days maybe. I'm gonna tell you the day afterwards. On the following events, all the dates for everyone. But young adults can also come on that weekend for elders, right? Because maybe they were not organized yet and just moved from one location to another. All right? Great. The other thing is important for you to do these prayers every morning. Of course, the very last day, you're gonna do a very special one from your heart. That can be short, can be long, it depends on your feelings. You are the director, and you complete the mission with everyone that helped you. But every single day, from the moment you're receiving this notice, this video, it's you're gonna pray in the morning. So you're gonna get up the kids, right? According to their routine. So you're gonna sing a song or 2 songs, do a prayer, and start practicing everything else. Pray before the meals, right? And hopefully the teacher's gonna start praying. Everyone gonna start doing their practice as soon as they hear the notes. And also keep talking to the children. Ask all the adults to keep talking, guiding them, because many children work on repetition. Many kids don't learn just the first time. Even that they're going to have 2 different meetings of explanation, all the basics. But on the daily life, okay, let's wash the dishes, okay, let's do a proper schedule, for dishes, for laundry, for cleaning, for everything. So they can be the most prepared as possible for the parents that will receive them. Okay? All right. So you're going to be doing, and also you can also do next day or next Monday or Tuesday, after the first big adoption, the first 2 big days, you can do a special lunch, because you're going to have more teens, right? More leftover teens. Ask the teens to make a lunch for you or early dinner, and be thankful to every volunteer you had, because some of them are not coming back because not needed so many volunteers anymore. You know, the folders will be ready, or the online and website and everything gonna be ready. But so before they go home, you know, make sure you offer them a lunch or a dinner. Be thankful to those volunteers that helped you, right? Okay. All right, let's sing a song, shall we? Okay. Clean waters and lands, sacred waters and lands, clean and sacred waters to our lives. Peace to our hearts, to the ones in need. We are a one, we are a one. Clean waters and lands, sacred waters and lands, clean and sacred waters to our lives. Peace to our hearts, to the ones in need. We are a one, we are a one. Come to the gardens and sing. Come to the gardens and plant with me. Come to the gardens and sing. Come to the gardens and plant with me. Come to the beaches and sing. Come to the beaches and plant with me. Come to the beaches and sing. Come to the beaches and plant with me. Come to the valleys and sing. Come to the valleys and plant with me. Come to the valleys and sing. Come to the valleys and plant with me. Come to the mountains and sing. Come to the mountains and plant with me. Come to the mountains and sing. Come to the mountains and plant with me. All right, have a beautiful, very special new life. Many blessings, and God, the superior force, and Mother Nature guide all of us each day and for millennia for this work, our organization. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful new life. Thank you.